I said it last night on the Sunday night futures opening. That on the 8:30 lives, man, consistently nailed some calls last week. It had to end at some point. But I do have something to talk about when it comes to SCKT. Okay, if you were here this morning, I said SCKT low float, BSPR, so a bullshit press release, but it's 2020, week open, float rotation, and a break of high, basically $4 entry for a day one short squeeze. So, and the volume off the charts on SCKT. Now, I will say this, and this is something I want to talk about. So I went live at 8:30, talking the plan on SCKT. 9 a.m. plan was still the same. 9:02 a.m. the breaking news guys alerted that a big chat room jumped into SCKT. Okay, now go to the link in bio, check out the breaking news chat. What's awesome about breaking news is these guys, they got more monitors than I got. I got 8 monitors. They got more. They're watching everything, okay? They're like robots, okay? They're like Neo in the Matrix. What's awesome is, remember, you got to pay for breaking news. It is an add-on subscription. But they're in all these chat rooms. They're watching all these Twitter pumpers. They see everything, and then they give you the actionable information. Again, 9:02 a.m., they said big chat room in SCKT. What happens when a big chat room gets in a low float stock? If it doesn't spike, okay, if it doesn't break, everyone hits the exits, okay? So that killed the momentum on the SCKT. Now, not always, okay? I'm not saying these big chat rooms ruin every play. But what happens is, when they don't continue, you get everyone in that big chat room hitting the exits. What happens when everyone hits the exits? Momentum stops, grinds to a halt. Now, I will also say this. I focus on 9:45 and later on almost all of these low floaters. So, 2 things. If you had breaking news, you knew there was a chat pump at 9:02 a.m., okay? Plenty of time to not trade it. Number 2, if you stuck with the 9:45 rule, you would have never bought this thing anyway. So, all right. Again, like I said, it was, yeah, and here's the thing. If you go back and watch the 8:30 session, everything I say, I wouldn't change a single thing that I said. I can't control that a big chat room pumped and dumped it. I can't control that. So all my comments at 8:30 are the same. It's just if you know these chat rooms pile in, you can react, all right? So react accordingly. That being said, remember, this is the daily briefing. Stuff I want you to keep an eye on. Baseball, okay? Looks like, they just canceled the baseball game. I just, I'm curious about sports. Now, and I don't want to make anybody mad, okay? But I got to be careful with how I say this, all right? To me, and again, don't get mad at me. This is an opinion piece here, all right? To me, from a day trading perspective, sports don't come back. I think remember, I talk about this all the time. There's so much more volume, so many more traders out there right now that if sports come back, it's going to take a lot of the degenerate gamblers away from the stock market, and things might slow down. So, again, if you like your baseball, if you like your football, don't get mad at me. But I'm here to trade stocks, okay? I'm here to make money trading stocks. I'm here to teach you guys how to trade stocks. The more traders, the more volume, the better. Saturday, if you were here Saturday, there was a killer Wall Street Journal piece exactly on this topic. So, I'm kind of like, well, if sports don't come back, sports don't come back. Let's keep the day traders coming. So don't get mad at me. All right. Other things to keep an eye on: gold plays have been moving. I had two on the weekly watch list: AUY and HMY. A lot of uncertainty out there. A lot of people worried. The idea is gold is a flight to safety. So both of those gapped up. Now they're both fading right now. But you could look at red to greens on those gold stocks. And again, they all gapped up in the morning, just pulling back right now. Other themes I want you to watch. Speaking of sports, I don't think kids are going back to school. It's like my son graduated, but my daughter she'll be a sophomore, and we're a month away. So I don't think kids are going back to school in the fall. So e-education plays, okay? Stuff like I've actually got a list here: CHGG, LRN, EDU, HMHC. I've got in the steady trade team, I've got a list of e-education plays. It's just one of those ideas that makes sense. It's a logical idea. I think we're going to see a lot of money flow go into these e-education plays. Zoom is included in that. Zoom. If kids don't go back to school, going to be a lot of Zoom classes. So, how is Zoom doing lately? Actually, I haven't looked at it in a while. A little bit of a pullback here, finding some support. So maybe a possible dip buy on Zoom here. I know it's a higher price stock, but I just think, again, with the school situation, I think you're gonna hear people talking Zoom, 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 Zoom all the time. So gold, e-education, chat room pumps that kill momentum. Again. Oh well. All right, let's grab a little Q&A, and then we're out of here. SPCE break. Love space. I'd wait for a re-breakout. WHLM. Man. So this was a Twitter pump Friday night. Couldn't break it, so it failed to break 13. It broke 13 on Friday, but pulled back. Couldn't hold 13 in pre-market, failed 13 again. I would be very, 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 very careful with WHLM. It was nothing but a Twitter pump. It failed to break 13 three times. It's probably dead, Now, as I say that, it's still a low float stock. So, here's the thing. Here's the thing with these low floaters. In my opinion, you got two options. Trade them on the long side or ignore them. Stuff like WHLM, just so dangerous to short. This thing was $7, it was $7 at 10 a.m. And in 20 minutes, it practically doubles. If you get stuck on the short side, man, it gets bad so fast. A lot of you guys asking about MNOV. You should be asking about MNOV. Let me look when the breaking news had alert on this. MNOV breaking news had a alert at 11:18. Wait, earlier. It was actually earlier. Hold on. Breaking news had an alert at 10:40 a.m. Woo! And the stock was 7. So at 10:40 a.m. breaking news, MNOV strong today on Medicine Nova SARS-CoV-2 vaccine joint development with Biocomo and MIE University Japan. So check out breaking news. They had the call at 10:40 when the stock was 7. It went to 12. Stock Stalker. How do people find these super low volume and no percent gainers that boom 200% in pre-market? Stock Stalker, I don't know the answer to this question, but avoid illiquid stocks. They're probably chat room pumps or something. But the problem is when there's no liquidity, it doesn't. See, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if a stock spikes 200% in pre-market. If there's no volume, you can't get in and out, and you get trapped. So the short answer is, I don't know. The longer answer is, I don't care, okay? Because nothing is worse than being stuck in an illiquid stock that you can't get out of. So just, my opinion is just ignore them. If you see some 200% gainer on 1,000 shares, who cares? You can't trade that. You can't get in and out. And if you're trapped, that's how you become a bag holder. Love and Apple. I mean, remember Apple has earnings coming up tomorrow, or hold on. So what I'm getting at is I would not trade Apple in advance of earnings, but I believe Thursday after the close. So I would certainly be looking to trade Apple. I mean, I think, the iPhone, the new iPhone's coming up. They're going to their own silicone. I'm cool that they're doing their own chips. That's exciting. New iPhone's exciting. I consider Apple an e-education play. Okay. I mean, think about this. I mean, how many? Listen. If your kids aren't going back to school, how many people are buying new Apple laptops? I mean, Apple has a lot of penetration in the education market. It's just, or iPads or, et cetera. It's just, to me, those are two big catalysts. I consider Apple a e-education play and the new iPhone, 5G iPhone. That's two big catalysts. So if you're looking to trade quote unquote real stocks, Apple's top of the list. Wait till after earnings though, okay? Acer had an insider buy this morning. How's Acer doing? Fading. They did have an insider buy, but faded off the open. 945 rule would have kept you safe on Acer. Last one, Mara. Bitcoin's over 10K currently. Mara's a VWAP hold. Patty, good call. So, what's a VWAP hold? Hot sector. I mean, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but with Bitcoin back above 10,000, I consider the cryptos hot sector. That might be a little bit of a stretch, okay? But, so you got a hot sector, you got unusual volume, you got a big gainer that's consolidating around VWAP, you look to buy a high day break with risk on VWAP. Textbook VWAP hold high day pattern. If it doesn't break the high of the day, there's no buy. So, there you go. There's other stuff I like, but just answering Patty's question, if this breaks high day, I think you got a solid trade based off of VWAP. So, all right, everyone, thank you. I'm not supposed to do Q&A, but it's such a busy morning. I didn't have as many articles as I like to talk about, but my biggest point was I wanted to talk about the chat room blowing up SCKT and why it's good to know when these big rooms are getting in the stocks. So, all right, have a great day, everyone. Be sure to check out the Steady Trade team. Hit our link in bio. Everything's there. Breaking news link is there. Check it out and have a great day, and we'll see you next time.